And it seems that society is just so negative. Like, nobody has anything good to say. And if they do, it's a backlash of a negative outcome, and it's just like, wow, like, we're living in the day and time when we have so much freedom available to us, but yet those that don't tap into that become so mundane with the daily activities of life that they don't see the positive or the optimism in anything that they do. And I say this because I see it a lot. I have been on a educational journey for the last several years, and I have yet to even start to see the fruition of my educational goals. And I just, I am in awe of a lot of things that I hear and I see. It just, I can't even begin to articulate the words that come to mind when I encounter certain situations or people. And it's just, in all seriousness, some people lie because that's all they know. Some people lie because they want attention, and I think that's the way that they only know how to get it. And so me as an adult and, raising my kids, I taught them that lying isn't their better option. However, you decide to live your life, don't believe in lies and don't practice them, And so, in certain life struggles and obstacles, you come into something that seems so far-fetched that people believe it's a lie, And it has happened because it has happened to you. It has not happened to them, but it has happened to you. So a lot of people have been bamboozled, and now they're like, I don't believe anything nobody has to say. If I don't see it, I don't believe it. And it's like, I'm the same way. I don't see it, I don't believe it. But that doesn't mean that it hasn't happened. It just didn't happen when I was there. It didn't exist, until someone spoke about it. And so me dealing with some of the most epic situations that occur in my life, I'm just like, wow, I could make this stuff up if I wanted to, and most of the time it's like, whoa, did this really just happen? But anyway, I'm not going to elaborate on that because I am busy with my studies. So I just thought I would just, send a shout out to you all to say, hey, it's cold out there, and I'm just dealing with some real funky stuff right now, And so I'm managing to keep my smile on my face, because I know that in reality, my reality is things will get better. So we're having this shutdown, and, the president is making his statement, and I guess that's what, is cause for, because he has been so, what's the word? He has been so, oh my God, I had the words and they just flew out, scrutinized about, what his views and his opinions. And so now, he's set what's the word? He has set a standing point of, hey, well, since you take me for a joke, I'm gonna show you, and that I'm not a joke. I'm the president, and my opinion of what's going on in this world, shouldn't be taken lightly. And I do understand that he has that certain freedom, that certain right. And I'm not a big political person, so like that's not my thing, but I can honestly understand where he's coming from. Um, being the fact that being taken for a joke is not, it's not, it's not right. I think that's a better word for it. It's not right, and people are so caught up in, like I said, the mundane activities of life that when something happens, they look at it as that's fictitious. I don't have part anything to do with it, whatever, until it hits home. And what's hitting home is that we as a nation are suffering, especially us on middle class, upper middle class employees, with this shutdown. We're the ones that are suffering because of the financial lifestyle that was once accustomed to us has now come to a halt. And me dealing with that issue, but well before the shutdown, has been a life-changing, or should I say life-altering experience. And I pray that those out there that can hear this or do come across this in later months understand that, hey, we need to pull together and then, and see this thing out. It's affecting us in more than one way. Just because it may not affect you today doesn't mean it's not going to affect someone in your life later on down the line. Everything that we do affects somebody we know and love, and maybe not even us, but here in America, but maybe somewhere across seas, it may be affecting them. It's just life, and it's real. Like they say, shit gets real. That's what's going on. Shit is real. Like, I've been going through a governmental shutdown before the government shut down. I've experienced a lot of different things so far as homelessness, unemployment, low wages. I mean, this is something that this is not new to me. And it's time that, America wakes up and realizes, what are you going to do when your life comes to a halt? You always think that, oh, life is wonderful, life is great. You get married, you have kids, or however the life happens, and then it's just going to be this way forever. And no, it's not. It changes. And so experiencing these type of life-altering events has led me to many places. And I, would just like to say that it ain't easy, and I know what you're going through, and it's through the grace of God that we are able to keep functioning even after life has been altered. Whether it's not living in the same apartment, the same house, or whatever, not being able to get a cup of coffee, something that you were used to doing when you were working, and now you're not working, or the funds have stopped, and now you've got to figure out, like, whoa, how do I get this? Or not being able to get a decent pair of clothes to wear, saying, hey, I'm just gonna go and buy this today. I got paid. Now, what do you do now after the fact that you're no longer receiving those wages? What happens? Do you give up? Do you keep going? I mean, do you know what resources are available to you so that you are able to obtain at least a little bit of your dignity? Or do you just run off and just, say, to hell with it, I can't take this anymore, which some people do. That ain't the way. But if that works for you, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to just send a shout out, and give you something to think about on a mental note. Maybe 6 months from now, things will be a lot better. But right now, where we are in 2019 with this governmental shutdown, partial they call it, it's affecting me in a real serious way. I don't do Facebook. I don't have one of those Facebook pages because that's not my thing. I'm too busy engulfed in my educational goals right now. So this is about as close to social media as it's going to get with this YouTube channel. And I don't have a big platform, but to those of you that are subscribing and checking me out from time to time, I thank you. I appreciate you. I'm with you in this partial governmental shutdown, and I hope that there soon will be a solution and that everyone can at least regain some type of dignity and know that your resilience is what's most important, especially if you're a working individual with a family. I mean, resilience, that's what we need to be focused on now, y'all. I mean, seriously, because this is real, and I feel you. Like I said, hopefully in 6 months from now, even 3 months, maybe a month, that this has changed for the best, but I'm with y'all. So peace and blessings, and keep up the good work, y'all. We fight and fight the good fight, no matter what it do. Fight the good fight. This is Miss Ronnie. Peace and blessings.